is Sunday night, and you know what that means. It is the Sunday Night League, and we are here for Season 5 of GTE, but it's not the official season as of yet. This is the prologue, this is the test race for GTE, and it's an opportunity for all of the drivers to have a go in some of the cars. So the teams are all testing here tonight. So this race does not count towards the championship. It is an opportunity for them to test their cars. So there we have Bunnies at the moment in a Supra. He is in a team with Chris Boo's Speed. He's in Chris Boo's team with Speed Hunter and Rob on drums, but Speed Hunter unable to join us tonight. So Chris Boo is here in his test Ferrari. So a lot of different drivers using different cars in the same teams. So we'll go through the teams. Speed Hunter, Bunnies and Rob on drums are all in the same team. Rob on drums in the Mustang there. Then we've got Gazman, a very successful driver and team boss here in GTE. His team is Wolfbane, Intulu, Inspectmere. So Wolfbane is in a Dodge. There it is, the black and white Dodge. Then we have Intulu. Intulu is here. There he is. He's also in a yellow Ferrari. It's a nice yellow Ferrari. 430. And Intulu, Spectmere, who is in a Lamborghini. So Spectmere in the Lamborghini. Then we have Matt Psycho's team. Matt Psycho is in a Mustang, as is Noxie. And a return for Digital Blasphemy, who is driving the Lamborghini Huracan. So some new bits and pieces going on. A little bit of buffeting going on for the defending champion. We'll go to him next. Victory Rain, the defending champion, bringing the #1 car. He's in a Supra. He joins Mrs. Jam with her team, and she has got a Loey, who I've seen somewhere. A Loey is in the pits in the Aston Martin, and Jim, who's in the Porsche. Then finally we've got Pat's team. Pat has got Tiny Terror in his team. That is Tiny. See, this Tiny Terror is in the pits. He's in an Aston Martin. We have Tiger, who is somewhere as well. Can't find him. There he is, Tiger in the Ford Mustang, being a popular car tonight, and Cool Boy, who is in the Jaguar. So we have a test session today. So it's here at the Nürburgring GP circuit. We will have a 10-minute qualifying session that runs the same as Season 5's qualifying. New for Season 5, drivers have to qualify on the tyre they are going to start the race on. So that is new for Season number 5. We are also in GT4 category, so slower cars this season, but it should be tighter racing. We are running for 32 laps, 100 miles of the circuit, and it is going to be a whole new ball game for those involved. You see Victory Rain though, showing he has the pace in his Supra. He's racing with Digital Blasphemy right now. But Bunnies is up there, 0.6 of a second off the fastest man of the moment, Matt Psycho in the Mustang. Let's have a look. Let's see. It is time for qualifying. Just ran over a little bit with the introductions. So it is a prologue. Everything is getting back to normal. Just seeing if everybody is ready. So the qualifying session will be very interesting. So they'll be fighting for pole position here in the prologue. As I say, they will be using the tyres that they use on the first stint. Oh, where's the qualifying? There's no qualifying. Oh my word. Who's let me do this? Oh, dearie, dearie me. Qualifying time. So, qualifying setting 10 minutes. There we go. Oh, dearie me. I've had to reset the room. Very annoying. Forgot to put qualifying on the settings. I don't know how that's happened. Okay, it's everybody in. Digital blasphemy, inspect me, I need to enter. So we're just getting on with getting this sorted. Just waiting for digital blasphemy to get into the room again, because then we can start the qualifying session. And here we go. Qualifying is going to start here at the Sunday Night League for the Prologue here at the Nürburgring GP circuit. You might be able to tell I've not been feeling well today. Luis Silva in the chat saying go go in Tulu. So he's going to be first out onto the track. It's going to be Cool Duboy out onto the track. Let's go on board with him then, the only Jaguar in this race. So we go down into turn one. It's all changing and moving around. That was very strange. I don't think I did anything to do that. No, very strange. Okay, so going through the stadium section, very tight and twisty. Cool Duboy has a very successful career in GTE. He's had 3 races, he's had podiums in all of them, completing the set. He won at Watkins Glen driving an Aston Martin, but he is in a Jaguar today. So he is in this green machine, Duolingo machine. It looks. We've got a very nice spread of cars as well here tonight. Ferrari, Porsche, Ford and Aston Martin being represented, as well as Toyota. And a Dodge Viper as well, very unusual to see them. I've not seen a Viper in GTE before. Lots of different makes, lots of different varieties. Cool Duboy is on the medium tyres as well. So Cool Duboy on the mediums in his F-Type, just going through the final chicane at the back of the circuit, turn 13, 14 and into 15. So under construction is Cool Duboy. Let's have a look. Digital Blasphemy is on the soft tyres and his Lamborghini in Tulu on the mediums. On the mediums. Bunny's also on mediums, so quite a lot of medium runners so far. His Supra. Wolfbane is on the softs in his Viper. Aloe on the softs as well in his Aston Martin. And Psycho on the softs as well. Cool Duboy on the mediums. Rob on drums on soft tyres. With Noxie on softs. And Tiger on softs as well. So some Thai drivers are going soft. Specmate on the hards. It's interesting to see Specmate on the hards. Rob on Jim is on the mediums. Chris Boo also on mediums. Victory Rain, the defending champion, on mediums in his Supra. Tiny Terror, also a medium. So a mix of medium and hard runners, as well as the softs. But it's Cool Duboy at the front of the pack that will set the time. He's going through the Schumacher S at the top of the course. So Cool Duboy, hoping to get pole position, lay down a marker to his competitors in this prologue, this test. It is difficult to tell what people are going to do. They'll all have their own different types of strategies going into this race. Some will be using it as a full-on race, as if it is the GTE Championship, where 2 tyre compounds will have to be selected by the team bosses before the event, and they will have to use both of those compounds. But this race they can use all 3 if they wish, the softs, the mediums and the hards. So it's a full-on test. We'll see what happens here with the choices of their cars. The teams do not have to choose their cars until Wednesday before the championship starts. Cool Duboy setting the fastest time then, a 2:05. That's beaten by Matt Psycho by half a second. So Matt Psycho using that Mustang well. Aloe is up there. Cool Duboy using his Dodge to set the 3rd fastest time. Victory Rain puts his Supra into 3rd place. He's got a lot of traffic ahead of him though, as Chris Boo is in 5th, Aloe in 6th place, Bunny's in 7th, in Tulu in 8th. A lot of drivers here, very closely put in, as Specmere comes into the pits. So is he going to put some hard tyres on? Tiny Terror in 12th. Jim is coming across the line, so Jim has had an accident of some sort. Specmere coming in, his Lamborghini, getting some fresh boots on, and he's gone onto softs, which that's not allowed, Specmere. So it is a prologue, but Specmere's gone onto the wrong tyre. So Specmere will go to the back of the grid, unless he goes into the pits to change them back to the hards. Tiger is coming back for some more softs. So Matt Psycho at the moment is on pole position for this practice race. Cool Duboy though in 2nd place on the medium tyre as well. So is Victory Rain. Only 1/10 between Victory Rain and Cool Duboy in the Supra and the Aston Martin. Noxie in 4th place. So Noxie in 4th place in his Mustang. Welcome back, Noxie. We've not seen him in the Sunday Night League for a long time. There's Digital Blasphemy, a former Porsche Cup champion. In the Lamborghini, he's going a little bit quicker. Wolfbane coming to the end of his lap. And a return of Wolfbane to racing as well, but Cool Duboy goes a little bit quicker. That Psycho, though, responds and goes quicker still. So he goes a couple of tenths quicker than he had gone previously. We've got Bunnies moving himself up into 7th place. Only just behind Digital Blasphemy's Lamborghini. Digital Blasphemy just coming out of the final corner to set his time. Where does he go? He puts himself up into 4th place now. Just a 10th behind. Oh, we've got Noxie putting himself up into 2nd place in that Mustang. So Noxie showing some great speed. You can do it in Tulu. Step on the accelerator, says Lewis Silver. Let's see where in Tulu is. In Tulu currently down in 10th place in his Ferrari. Had a slow lap on the last one. Pooja Baptiste, go Chris Boo, and Mama Sykes is in the chat as well. Hi Jam, evening, all good luck Matt. Well, Matt so far is on pole position here at the prologue. This does not count for anything. But Specmere is on those soft tyres now. He's in 14th place, but he's gone on to the wrong tyre. So let's see where Tiger goes. So Tiger has had a slow out lap. Matt Psycho currently on pole in the Mustang, just ahead of his teammate-to-be, Noxie. Noxie using the old numbers board there. These cars are under construction. They are working on their liveries. Indian Stig in the chat. He's saying evening all. seen Indian Stick for a while. Cool Boy then coming to complete his lap on the mediums, remember, and he's only half a second off Matt Psycho. That Jaguar looking very nice in Cool Boy's hands. Not seen the Jaguars for a while in the GT3 category. They were used by Mrs. Jam, but Matt Psycho goes quicker still. 24.2 for Matt Psycho, so he's improving. He's a half a second now up on Noxie. What can Noxie do in response? These two are teammates in the same team. A very quick-looking team then, as the top three, their three drivers are in the top five. Digital Blasphemy, in fact, improving, going up into fourth place now. 1 second off his teammate. Noxie then does not improve his time. Cool Boy in third place still. Victory Rain in fifth. We're in the final minute then, so these are their final laps. This Indian Stick saying go Chris. So that's for Chris Boo. Bunny's in 7th place. Wolfbane in 8th. Chris Boo there in 9th place in the Ferrari, parking up. In Tulu also in the Ferrari in 10th place, with 11th place Rob on drums. Specmere is in 12th. So he's moving up in his Lamborghini. Tiny Terror in 13th and Jim in 14th. So the mediums on that Porsche not looking the best at the moment, as Tiger puts himself up into third place in the Mustang. So Tiger putting himself up the field. So that will please Pat, his team boss, to see Tiger up there. Matt Psycho has pulled it into the pits. He thinks he's done enough. Cool Boy though, he is 3/10 up on his best time, going towards the end of the lap. Let's go on board as we approach the Essex chicane at the end of the lap. Turns 13 and 14, clipping the curve nicely. Cool Boy, he's going to look and see if he can put himself into top 3 with these medium tyres. Looking very strong in the Jaguar. Remember, this race does not count for the championship, but it is a marker for those drivers. He puts himself 4th. He does improve, but stays in 4th. So 4th place for Cool Boy. Digital Blasphemy is coming towards the line. He's got Tiny Terror just ahead of him. Lowy coming to the end of his lap. What does Lowy do? He does not improve. Victory Rain does not improve either. Bunnies is still 8th. We've got Intulu coming across the line. He does not improve. Chris Boo is parked up. Nobody looks like they're improving their lap times. Tiger, the only one left. Doxy pulling to the side. So Tiger will be the last car of the line. Rob on drums improves his time and puts himself into a closer 11th. And Wolfbane puts himself 7th. It's a very tightly packed grid. Jim has set a better time for himself, but he's still down in last place. Specmere improves his time and puts himself 11th, but he has changed onto soft tyres despite starting the session on the hards. Psycho coming out of the pits. Tiger coming out of the final corner then. He is half a second down on Matt Psycho. What does he do? And he puts it in 2nd place. So we have got a Mustang 1, 2, 3 in qualifying, but we've got Cool Boy in the Jaguar less than a second down on those medium tyres. Digital Blasphemy in 5th place in the Lamborghini. Are very tight between him and Victory Rain, who starts in 6th. Only 4 thousandths of a second between them. Wolfbane in 7th place in the Dodge. Less than a 10th ahead of Aloe. And Buddies very tight between 7th, 8th and 9th. 10th is then Chris Boo. 11th is Specmere. Very tight grid. Rob on drums in Tulu. And then we've got a gap down to Tiny Terror. And Jim, unfortunately, will start last in this race. But he's on the medium tyres. He's thinking more about the race ahead. So there is the grid. On the right-hand side. So everybody is in position. Let's get this race underway. 32 laps here at the Nürburgring. And on pole is Matt Psycho with Tiger alongside him. The Mustangs 1, 2, 3 for Noxie. Then it's Cool Boy, the Huracan of Digital Blasphemy. and Victory Reign in 6th. Let's see if we have still got the problem where we become Matt Psycho at the start of races. So Wolfbane in 7th, Lowy in 8th. That's your top 8 in this prologue race. We are not going to become Matt Psycho, which is great. So Matt Psycho on pole, and it's go here at the Nürburgring. Looks a good start from Noxie in 3rd place, with Tiger under pressure already going down into turn 1. The Mustangs have run very well. Lowy having a look up the inside of everybody. Lowy having a bit of a nudge, and Digital Blasphemy running out wide as he is in 6th. A bit of contact there between him and Victory Reign as they go through the infield. Cool Duboy then 3rd place in his Jaguar, running out wide with Noxie on his inside. So Cool Duboy in 3rd place now, moving himself up the field. Tiger still in 2nd, with Matt Psycho leading the field. Two-time champion here in GTE leads once more. This is the prologue. Tiger in 2nd place, Cool Duboy in 3rd, Noxie 4th. Is under pressure from Digital Blasphemy. Let's go on board with Digital Blasphemy in the Lamborghini. You can see Victory Reign in the Supra behind us as we defend the inside line. Digital Blasphemy holding the position. Victory Reign having a little bit of a bounce. Wolfbane has got a train behind him. Wolfbane is in the Viper, and everybody is right behind him. Tiger Bunnies, Lowy, Tiny Terror, Chris Boo, Rob on drums, Specmere, Jim, and Intulus have fallen back of the field. The Ferrari not looking too great here at the Nürburgring, but Matt Psycho leads the field. He's on soft tyres and he's 1 second ahead of Tiger, also in the Mustang. But these are in different teams. Cool Duboy is in 3rd. The Jaguar looking strong in his hand. He's taking a lot of curve through the chicane. Oh, and we've got Digital Blasphemy going off the circuit. So Digital Blasphemy going off at the chicane and rejoins just in front of Lowy. So Lowy in the Aston Martin and gets up into 8th place. So Victory Reign in 5th. You see everybody else really tightly packed. As I said before, these GT cars, these GT4 cars, will result in closer racing. As you see everybody diving up the inside goes Rob on drums. Rob on drums puts himself up into 10th briefly, but he's got himself ahead of Chris Boo. Lots of different lines being taken as well. Let's go on board with Specmere as we follow. We're on our hard tyres here, so naughty Specmere. Oh, and Tiny Terror. Oh, as Specmere has got caught out there by Rob on drums, who was waiting for Tiny Terror, who spun round. Specmere then got caught up and caught out by it all. So Matt Psycho in the lead though, 1.2 seconds. That's all he has over Tiger, so they're setting very similar times. Cool Duboy then 1.6 seconds further down in the Jaguar, but he's on the medium tyres. He will be going longer, I suspect, in this race before he pits. Noxie on the soft tyres, looking strong as well. Noxie, pleased he's not in the Alfa Romeo. He had appeared in GTE before. Victory Reign up into 5th place now, the defending champion, in the Supra. Car looking well balanced. Wolfbane as well, after his slow start initially, pulling up the field. So we're on board now with the defending Formula X champion. He's wearing that number 1 plate, but he's chasing down the number 1 plate right now in his Venom inspired Dodge. Bunny's right behind him in his Supra, so at the moment Wolfbane in a Supra sandwich. Matt Psycho setting the fastest lap of the race on lap number 2. Lowy in 8th, Digital Blasphemy in 9th, Chris Boo in 10th place. Jim is up to 11th, so Jim's had a good opening couple of laps in his Porsche. In Tulu in 12th, Specmere 13th, Tiny Terror 14th, and Rob on drums after their tangle. just behind. So Matt Psycho currently fastest man on the circuit, 2-minute 4.2. Tiger matching him though. But behind we've got Noxie chasing down Cool Duboy. So as it stands, these Mustangs look strong. They look very good around this circuit. They were the fastest in qualifying. 1, 2, 3, 4 the Mustangs. The Jaguar also looking strong in the hands of Cool Duboy. Victory Rain is 3.1 seconds behind, but he, as I say, is on the medium tyres, sliding it round. The front actually having a bit of wear as he slides it through. Wolfbane in 6th place is catching up, so the Dodge is catching. So the Dodge looking a good car here. Bunny's in 7th place. And Aloe in the Aston Martin. In 8th place. Vastering in 9th. 10th place is Chris Boo with Jim in 11th. And Tulu in 12th. Speckmere is in 13th place. Tiny Terror in 14th. He's under pressure from Rob on drums. Well, Rob on drums make the move into the chicane. He's got a good position as he puts the Mustang up into 14th place. It's a good move, that, from Rob on drums. Tiny Terror looks up the inside of the final corner. He's unable to improve his position. Matt Psycho again setting a fastest lap, 2:04.2 for Matt Psycho. With Tiger just behind him. Cool Duboy still has the attention of Noxie. Noxie all over the back of him through the stadium section. He is on the soft tyres, as I said before, and is looking to improve his position. Thank you everyone that's joining us here at the Sunday Night League. Cool Duboy making a mistake though through turn number 5, and Noxie is up into 3rd place. Tiny Tower has dropped out. I wonder if he's got power issues. He did say he was having power difficulties. As Noxie up into 3rd place in his Mustang. So it's a Mustang 1, 2, 3, but Noxie runs wide and Cool Duboy goes back up into 3rd place. We can see in the background, I think that was maybe a Lowy running wide. In his Aston Martin. Digital Blasphemy up to 8th place then. Bunny's in 9th with Wolfbane in 6th. Victory Rain leading his team. This is Jam's team. Leading medium runner as well. Noxie still on the back of Cool Duboy with Tiger in 2nd. And Psycho though 1st place. It's a position he is used to having. He's not won a race though in GTE for a couple of seasons now. A really long drought. He hasn't been on the podium either in GTE for 2 seasons. Season 3 and Season 4. After winning every single race in Season 2. As we look behind, Cool Duboy has the pressure of Noxie. Noxie in 4th place. Holding himself. Again, we're on board with Noxie going through the stadium section. This is where he has shown he can be quicker than Cool Duboy. He puts the pressure on once more on the Jaguar up ahead. Cannot get the drive out of the corner to produce an attack. Victory Rain keeping that position, 5th place with Wolfbane in 6th. Again, these cars are so tightly matched in the midfield. Bunny's is only a few tenths of a second behind Wolfbane and only a few tenths ahead of Digital Blasphemy. Digital Blasphemy did 2:05.4, so half a second up on Bunny's. So Digital Blasphemy has the pace. If he can get onto the back of Bunny's, he has the pace to put pressure on. But Bunny's is having a good go at Wolfbane as well. Wolfbane having a poor lap. His right front tyre is screaming enough. So the Dodge really looking like it is a bit heavy on its tyres. Wolfbane driving it though. This is the test race, this prologue for the season. This is what it's all about, learning about the cars and deciding, okay, this car's not so good on its tyres, maybe we should go for something else. Aston Martin of Aloy in 9th. Chris Boo though in 10th place in the Ferrari. So Chris Boo currently 10th. The team boss stepping in for his driver Speed Hunter. Romanian flag. Oh, I thought Chris Boo was from Mauritius. Is he from Romania? In Tulu there, in 11th. So return to full-time racing here at Sunday Night League in GTE. He's never driven in the GTE category. He's got number 30 on his car as well. I thought he changed his number. But Jim, there. 12th place for Jim. Inspect me a 30. 14th place is Rob. Whilst at the front of the field, still doing the 2:04.6. Now, Matt Psycho said he had no practice before this race. Some love hearts from Pooja Baptiste. I wonder if that is Mrs. Chris Boo. Hello, Pooja. And Tiger in 12th place. That Mustang looking very nice. British GT contender, Cool Duboy. In 3rd place, he's still got Noxie behind him. Noxie keeping the pressure on, making sure that Cool Duboy knows he's there through the Schumacher S. A little bit of gravel kicked up by Cool Duboy. The old number board on the side of Noxie's car. You can tell that was done by somebody that has very little understanding of digital art. And then we have the new one, designed by Pat. Pat is Cool Duboy's team boss. We'll be happy to see the Jaguar up there. Nobody else in the Jaguar either this evening. The Mustang were looking very good. Saying Chris Boo will have Romanian flag because Mauritius isn't an option on GTE. No, but his flag on the side of the car, Pat, is Romanian. So the Mauritius drivers do tend to drive with the Mauritius flag on the side. But if we go along here, and I get, there it is, there's the Romanian flag on the side of Chris Boo's car. So, we can, no, that doesn't move anywhere. So there we go, some of the drivers, it has been a request for the drivers to have them for the season. There you can see the British flag on the side of the Lowy, just to show the nationalities that we have. Canadian flag on the side of Bunny's car. Pat saying he hadn't noticed that. Well spotted. Wow, pleased that I can spot things even in this condition. Oh, somebody's tried to join the chat. Oh no, Pooja saying Mauritius flag in the chat, so that's interesting. Just do a bit of kicking. Apologies everybody. Oh no. There we go. Sorry about that. So Matt Psycho currently leading the race. He's got Goodyear on the front of the car. Matt Psycho. Naughty boy. Michelin should be on these cars. Michelin tyres for everybody as normal in GTE. There's Noxie in 4th place. Still putting the pressure on Cool Duboy. Victory Rain in 5th place. He's staying on the pace. He's setting 205s on his medium tyres. A lot more wear on his car though than the Jaguar. The Jaguar looking very strong for tyre wear. Victory Reign's fronts are looking worn out. So is the Supra proving to be a bit of the tyre demon? Or is it the way Victory Reign is driving it? Oh, we've got drivers coming into the pits. Aloe defending on the outside of Digital Blasphemy. Wolfbane coming in the pits. Let's see what Wolfbane's tyres are like if we can get to him. The pack is so tightly packed. There we go. So the Dodge is heavy on its tyres. 7 laps here. So the Dodge, maybe not one to be driving. Mustang, though, looking quite heavy as well. Matt Psycho wore his tyres heavily. Tiger not as bad. So Cool Dude Boy looking pretty strong. Noxie as well, looking pretty good on his tyres. Hasn't worn them anywhere near as much as Matt Psycho at the front of the race. So Matt Psycho's are nearly gone. So Matt having to drive quite carefully. I would expect Matt to see. We've got Illusion in the chat. Have a great season, you lots. It's sad not to have you here, Illusion. It would be great to see you, the Season 3 champion, in the chat. I wish you were driving as well. That would be an incredible field of drivers that we would have here at the Sunday Night League for this season. But it is looking great already for the season, as the Prologue is being used to test these cars out. Noxie running a little bit wide through the Schumacher S. Everyone behind is going to be happy to see all that gravel on the circuit, as we see Victory Reign kicking it up as he passes through in his Supra. So does Matt Psycho pit this lap? I wonder if he does. Thank you everyone that's watching as well, with 15 at the moment. That is fantastic. Like, share and subscribe to us. We will be here next week for round number 1 officially of the GTE Championship, where all these teams will have picked their cars. And the Mustang, despite its speed, coming in very early for Matt Psycho. Tiger, though, going another lap. So Tiger will be interested to see that. He's getting another lap over Matt Psycho on these soft tyres. So Matt Psycho in the pits right now. Cool Duboy has got a little bit less pressure from Noxie behind him. So Noxie did 206.4 compared to the 205.7. So 7 tenths, not too much. Victory Reign in the 206s for the previous lap. Bunny's also going through. Aloe in 6th. Digital Blasphemy in 7th. And Tulu moving up the field. He's getting himself up the field nicely now. So the Ferrari proving maybe it's not got the qualifying speed, but it's got the race pace here. In Tulu in 8th place, with Chris Boo as well in 9th. Ferrari looking strong for a race. Matt Psycho then coming out into 10th place. He goes back onto soft tyres. So Matt Psycho on the softs. Looks like he's going for the win. Jim on medium tyres. Specmere still on his hards. He was known in the Porsche Cup for using the hards for long runs. Rob on drums in 13th place. Then we have Wolfbane now on medium tyres. So he used the softs initially, and he's now on mediums in that Dodge. Although I would be very surprised to see the Dodge as a choice for the season, judging by its tyre wear. Cool Dude Boy still with the attentions of Noxie behind him. Noxie doing a very grand job on his return to the Sunday Night League. Oh, a little bit wide from both the drivers actually coming out of turn 11. Noxie looking strong once more. Victory Reign in 4th place. Go faster, Boo, says Booyah. So Booyah is there in the chat cheering him on. Wants him to go faster. Oh, Victory Reign really sliding that Supra. Maybe that is where his tyre wear is happening compared to Bunny's. Bunny's not wearing his tyres out anywhere near as much. So we try and get hold of Noxie. No, it doesn't want me to get hold of Noxie, as we have Digital Blasphemy is under attack from 2 Ferraris now up ahead of him. So Digital Blasphemy there in 7th place. He's got 2 Ferraris. There is Chris Boo going on the outside. So Priya wanted to see Chris Boo go faster. Well, he is. He's just overtaken us, and he's looking up the inside of Digital Blasphemy for 5th place. Here comes the Ferrari onslaught. And in Tulu, having a look up the inside, maybe. No, so Chris Boo forcing out Digital Blasphemy, and Chris Boo having a big scrap. Whilst Intulu fights for 7th place. So Digital Blasphemy is being chased down by these Ferraris, and Matt Psycho as well. Got on board with Matt Psycho. He's got fresh softs as he's got a Ferrari roadblock right now. This is not what Matt Psycho needs. Yes, right, Mrs. Chris Boo is here, says Puya. Mrs. Chris Boo in the chat, nice to see you. Your man currently having a lot of fun. 5th place in the Ferrari, and he's looking at 5th. Matt Psycho though having a look up the inside of Intulu, touches Intulu off the apex. Matt Psycho deciding, I've got to get past these guys. I'm losing time to Tiger now, stuck in this traffic. They're having a great fight in the middle of the pack. There is Digital Blasphemy. His front tyres are shot. Is anybody going to come in? I would expect to see Tiger pitting this lap, as he dives into the pits now. What is the gap between him and Matt Psycho? 24 seconds. Matt Psycho tucked up behind the Ferrari of Chris Boo. Chris Boo though losing out. As Chris Boo looks up the inside, he's thinking about a move on Matt Psycho. Matt though on the soft tyres, they're fresh, as the Ferraris are fighting with each other behind. Intulu and Chris Boo. You could go better, do better, go. Chris Boo, Mrs. Chris Boo in the chat is pushing her man along. Victory Rain in the pits as well. It's not liking it when people are in the pits. What is wrong with this? We've got a new problem. Well, we can't look at people in the pits whilst they're refueling. No, I don't think we can. What a strange game this is. Victory Rain then in 9th place. Noxie losing out though. Noxie's made his pit stop. Victory Rain has managed to pass him and get himself up into 9th place. So Tiger losing a lot of time to Matt Psycho. So we're seeing the undercut is not effective at all here. Matt Psycho pulling out massively despite all that traffic. Chris Boo trying to hold out on those soft tyres. Sorry, Digital Blasphemy trying to hold out on those tyres. We've got Intulu in 5th, looking to get himself higher up. But at the front of the field is Cool Boy. He's currently on the mediums, looking to see what he can do on those. He's not going to stop for a while, I wouldn't expect. Bunny's in 2nd place as well. Again, I wouldn't expect him to stop soon. With Matt Psycho pushing in 3rd. And Digital Blasphemy will be coming in this lap, I would expect. Continue in 5th. 6th place is Chris Boo. Jim is up to 7th place. He hasn't stopped either. He's got Tiger behind him who has stopped, and Tiger is on the hards. And Tiger has put a full tank of fuel as well, so that is where the time was lost. Remember, this is a prologue, this is testing. The drivers basically have a free choice. You can see Victory Rain sliding the car out of the corner once more through the chicane. Noxie also proving that he did not fill his car with fuel, so Digital Blasphemy into the pits then. So can we go back to him? Yes, we can. It's strange. Sometimes it just doesn't like it. It doesn't like it from that camera angle, look. That is odd. So Aloe in 13th place with Wolfbane at the back in the Dodge, but at the front it's Cool Boy. Looking very strong in that Jaguar. 12 laps into the race. Hasn't made his stop yet. And quite happy doing 206s. With Bunnies doing 207s, Matt Psycho on 205. So Matt Psycho going a couple of seconds quicker now. There are 2 Ferraris of Intulu and Chris Boo. They have not stopped, they're going long. And that's Banana inspired lovely there from Chris Boo. Intulu also in the Ferrari, but not in the same team. Gazman's team for Intulu. And Chris Boo is the team principal of his own team. Jim driving for Mrs. Jam. He is in 6th place. Tiger driving for Pat. In 7th, Victory Rain, Mrs. Jam's driver. The defending champion. With Noxie in 9th. He's Matt Psycho's teammate. Matt Psycho is team boss as well. Speckmere in 10th in the Lamborghini. He is Gazman's driver. Aloe in 11th. Keep it going right, says Puya. Wolfbane in 12th, with Digital Blasphemy there in 13th place. So he's dropped after his pit stop. Oh, got a penalty for Rob on drums. He must have crossed the line on his exit. It's currently 14th place. Chris Boo, though, into the pits, as is Jim. There in the pits, dropping down the field now. Tiger and Victory Rain has got ahead of Tiger. So Victory Rain now starting to move up the field. He's on the soft tyres though. Tiger is on the hard, so Tiger will fall down the field. He's also on full tanks. So Tiger is definitely using this as a full test. He's not using it as a race necessarily. He filled up his car, put the hards on, and went, right, what can I do on the hard tyre? Got Noxie behind him on the mediums. And say these drivers have all got different agendas. They've got different things they want to be doing in the race. They're testing different things for their teams. Moxie currently 7th, with Tiger in 5th place. Victory Rain. Intulu in 4th. Matt Psycho still in 3rd, but he's catching up with Bunnies. He's kicking up the gravel though. He just did a 203.7. So he is flying along on those soft tyres, pushing hard. Noxie has just got past Tiger coming out of turn number 7. But Tiger's on the inside, going into the Schumacher S's. But Noxie will hold a position. There we go, the Mustangs fighting each other hard. Tiger gives the place up. He's making sure that Noxie knows he's there. As they go through once more. Victory Rain in 5th place in the Supra. He's just done 204.9 in comparison to Matt Psycho's 203.7. Tulu in 4th place. So he comes into the pits. Matt Psycho trying to get past Bunnies going into turn 1. And pulls the move off. So he's up into 2nd place. Bunny's having a look on the outside though, turn 2. But thinks better of it. So Matt Psycho now 15.2 seconds behind Cool Duboy, the race leader. And Cool Duboy just starting to fall back, so Cool Duboy probably will be in on this lap on the mediums. Psycho in 2nd. So using the Mustang. She's looking pretty quick here. So Bunny's in 3rd. Victory Rain in 4th. 204.8 for him. He's setting quick lap times. Matt Psycho setting a 203.7 as the fastest lap of the race. As Tiger currently in the 209s. So that is a big gap. Low fuel, soft tyre Mustang, 203.7. Heavy fuel, hard Mustang, a 209. 6 seconds nearly, the difference between those combinations. Speckmere up into 7th place now. He hasn't stopped yet. He is on the hards. He has set a 207 himself. He's got a Lowy behind him. A Lowy has stopped. And he's on medium tyres right now. this Aston Martin, looking very racy in comparison to the Lamborghini. In 8th place. Will he get the move done into the chicane, going through turn 12 towards the final chicane? Speckmere defends the inside. Lowy looking for a result, but tight. Then we've got Wolfbane in the Mustang, watching Lowy trying to go around the outside of the Lamborghini, and Lowy has managed to go around the outside of the Lamborghini. What a move from Lowy. That is testing, but these drivers are still fighting each other very hard. The Viper using the slipstream then of the Aston to get past Speckmere, he's hoping. So Wolfbane managing to get it stopped on the apex. He's going to be on the outside though for turn 2. And Speckmere still holding the position, but Wolfbane moving up into 8th. And he will get that position now through turn 3 into turn 4. And in the background we can see the 2 Ferraris again coming up the field once more. Ntulu in 10th with Chris Boo in 11th. Puja in the chat saying, come on Chris. It's currently in 11th, but we've seen this race changing all throughout. That it's all going to be different after these stops and these changes. So Jim there on the soft tyres, driving for Mrs. Jam. In 13th place, there is Digital Blasphemy. He's now on the medium tyres, so deciding to run on the mediums. Didn't fill up his car. And Rob on the softs once more, so running a similar strategy to his teammate. Cool Dubois though does not pit. Is he seeing how far he can go on the on the medium tyre? See how much he can do. Yeah, in the chat saying faster. So Chris Boo, she's telling him to get a move on. I think Chris Boo's team's quite happy they haven't got Mrs. Chris Boo in charge of their team. She sounds like a hard taskmaster. There's Matt Psycho, currently virtual leader of the race. With Bunnies in 3rd, his tyres are gone. So he's pushed them as far as he can. Victory Rain though in 4th place. So he's using his car. He's setting similar lap times to Matt Psycho. His ultimate pace maybe not where Matt Psycho's is. Looks a good race car, the Supra. Noxie in 5th. He's on the mediums. Again, 2:05.7. So the mediums looking pretty good on the Mustang. A 2:07.7 for Tiger now. So getting up to speed on those hard tyres. Then we've got a Lowy with Wolfbane. And Ntulu behind as well. So a Lowy in 7th place. We saw at Brands Hatch in the Porsches. A Lowy is not the quickest driver. Puja in the chat laughing at what I've possibly said about being a hard taskmaster. Oh, Ntulu has an opportunity going into turn 7. Does he take it though? And from Portugal, Lowy moving to the inside, feeling the pressure from the Dodge behind him. The Dodge looking for a better run on of the exit. Both on medium tyres. Wolfbane just ahead as they go into the Schumacher S's. But they're side by side through there, and it's great racing between these 3. And in fact, Ntulu manages to put himself up into 8th. What an opportunistic move from Ntulu. Cool Dubois, as we watch this action, is pitting. Matt Psycho takes the lead back, but we're staying with this battle now because Ntulu is on the soft tyres. He's using that Ferrari. The Ferrari looking pretty quick as well. 2:05.2. for Ntulu on the last lap, so the Ferrari not a bad race car as well. So we're seeing all these cars coming together now, enjoying some quick times. What can Lowy do? As Bunnies is in the pits as well. Cool Dubois coming out of the pits, back on the medium tyres. So Cool Dubois back on mediums. He has filled up his car a little bit with fuel. field rate here is very quick. Matt Psycho just 11.5 seconds ahead of the Supra, but he will be pitting, so Victory Rain might get the lead, but he does have to pit as well. Cool Duboy on the mediums has got ahead of Tiger now. Cool Duboy has got Noxie ahead of him. He'll remember Noxie from earlier in the race. Let's have a look then. So Intulu now has got past Aloe, and here is Wolfbane, and here is Chris Booz. Wolfbane runs very wide in the Viper. We're on board with Chris Boo in the Ferrari in 9th, looking and chasing down Wolfbane, but he's got Bunny's right behind him. Bunny's also going for mediums, so these drivers deciding, well, you know what, we'll just go on the mediums today. Chris Boo, though, all over the back of the Dodge. What can Chris Boo do into the turn 7? He manages to get it stopped, but does he get the Dodge? He's racing in Group 4, looking very tasty. As Wolfbane manages to get himself back up into 8th, his tyres looking worn, and Bunnies is able to put the pressure now on Chris Boo. Some great scraps happening here. Matt Psycho coming into the pits, so the race leader in the pits will stay with the battles though. In the midfield, Victory Rain also pitting. Matt Psycho pits in his Mustang. Let's see if we can see the fuel being put in. As Noxie takes the lead. So Noxie takes the lead. In comes Matt Psycho. So Matt Psycho going for a tyre change. Do we see him getting any fuel? No, he's not fueling. So Matt Psycho not fueling and puts himself up into 3rd place after the stops. Tiger on those hards, just behind him, 1.3 seconds. Matt Psycho back on the soft tyres. So Matt Psycho going soft all the way. He's going for ultimate pace today. Cool Duboy on the mediums, with Noxie now leading the race. Great to see Noxie here. I remember racing with Noxie all the way back in lockdowns. Noxie for quite a long time. To see him leading, it's great to have him back in Sunday Night League and see him leading this field. Great to have him here. Matt Psycho in 3rd place in his Mustang as well after his stop. He's got Tiger in his Mustang. And then look at this gaggle of cars behind. We've got Aloe and Victory Rain. Victory Rain putting the hards on. So Victory Rain is fueled up to put the hards on. He's tested all the tyres. Wolfbane in 8th place. His tyres are worn out. He's got Bunnies right behind him on fresh tyres. With Chris Boo, and Jim has caught this group up as well. So Jim is having fun catching them up. The lap times are all very closely matched. We can see the only Porsche in the race today is Jim. After we saw the Porsche Cup most recently here at the Sunday Night League, we've got Wolfbane though has got Chris Boo on the outside. The Chris Boo though having a bit of a moment, and there is the crash. Oh, I thought we were going to see them racing side by side all the way through the S's. Wolfbane though not waiting up, so he doesn't feel like that was his problem. So Chris Boo having a big accident, racing side by side through the S's. The Lamborghini of Digital Blasphemy falling down the field. Chris Boo having a huge off as Noxie leads the race still in his Mustang. So 19 laps in. Cool Duboy in 2nd place. Matt Psycho there in 3rd. Tiger in 4th. Intulu now up into 5th place. So putting himself into a strong contention. These cars are closely matched. There is Aloe having a look at his teammate. Oh, a little bit of a touch there. Oh, Puya in the chat with sad faces. As Aloe loses the position to Bunnies. Bunnies getting up the inside, but Aloe will have a look in the inside of Bunnies, but Bunnies will then have the inside into turn 4. So Aloe has to give him the space. We are saying, that's okay, come on. As you can see, Mrs. Jam's cars all in one shot. So there is Aloe, there is Jim. Speckmere up into 10th place. His hard tyres are now done. He has been on those since the beginning of the race. Rob on drums in 11th. Digital Blasphemy in 12th. 13th place is Wolfbane. Coming out of the pits and onto some new hard tyres comes Chris Boo. So he's used all 3 tyres as well. So he's having a look to see what this Ferrari does on those tyres. Remember to like, share and subscribe to the Sunday Night League if you have not done so already. We are here every Sunday now for the next few weeks with the GTE Season 5. This is the Prologue, so this is the test event. And we're seeing what teams are going to do. At the moment, it's looking very nice for Matt Psycho's team. They're currently 1st and 3rd in the Mustangs, with Noxie there in 1st. Cool Duboy, though, in 2nd place for Pat in the Jaguar. So looking very good. Matt Psycho there in 3rd in the Mustang. 4th place, also in a Mustang, is Tiger. But 5th place is in Tulu. And that Ferrari does look like a very nice race car. And Tulu is moving himself up the field. He's in the 205s. So it does look quick. Victory Rain in 6th place. He's on the hards now. He's in the 207s. Again, the Supra also looking pretty evenly matched. The Mustang maybe a little bit quicker on 1 lap pace, but in a whole race? Oh, Wolfbane's left the room. That's a shame because he was on a great spot. He was in this battle here. Aloe in 8th, with Jim catching him up. So Jim getting close to the back of Aloe. Speckmere in 10th. 11th is Rob on drums. Into the pits comes Digital Blasphemy. So he's deciding to put some soft tyres on. He's got a 3-second penalty for the start-finish bits. For the pit entry, should I say. Chris Boo in 13th place. At the front, though, Cool Duboy all over the back of Noxie. So Noxie has got the attention of the Jaguar. The Jaguar looking very strong, as I say. Only one driver in it, but that driver currently fighting for the lead of this race. And there is Matt Psycho not far behind. The top 3 are covered by less than a second. Cool Duboy fighting on the outside with Noxie, but Noxie defending hard as the top 3 now are all in the same shot. There is Noxie leading the race. Matt Psycho going for a move off the final corner. He's got himself up into 2nd place. So, Matt Psycho has got his teammate Noxie in front of him. You can tell there's no team orders. Noxie defending the position now, saying, right, I'm defending my position. I'm going to show I'm the lead driver. No, he lets by that Psycho with Cool Duboy trying to look up the inside of turn 1. But Matt Psycho now leads after his stop. So he's on soft tyres once more. Not got much fuel left. Cool Duboy has filled up quite a bit of fuel on his medium tyres, so he's just ran mediums this race. Noxie is in 3rd on mediums as well. Tiger in 4th, within Tulu. Bunnies and Victory Rain are having a good fight, both in Supras. Victory Rain on the hard tyres, with Bunnies on the mediums as they race side by side through the stadium section. The Canadian and the Brit, the defending champion, keeps himself in 6th place. So they're currently having a good fight. Bunny's in 7th, Aloe in 8th, Rob on drums in 9th, and Jim coming out of the pits now. He's on hard, so he's another driver that's used all 3 tyre compounds. He's filled up with fuel as well. See what can happen. Speckmere on the softs. Digital Blasphemy in 12th place with Chris Boo in 13th. At front, that Psycho is pulling away, hand over fist over the Jaguar. Is the Mustang too quick? Wonder as we watch it. He is on softer tyres though. No, Cool Boy. Cool Boy on the mediums. And Noxie in third. So 208, 206s, 205. So based on that, no, the Mustang is not too quick. It's looking fairly consistent. So we're doing a 204.2. So it's a lot quicker than anybody else on the track right now. Tiger is on the hards. He's got Intulu though on the softs. The softs though wearing out. He won't be able to finish on those softs. He will have to stop for some tyres. Victory Rain in 6th place has got Bunnies in 7th. So Bunnies looking strong, looking up the inside, going into turn number 1. Can he make a move on the defending champion? They're in the same car. But medium tyres for Bunnies, hards for Victory. Victory stays holding on to 6th. Aloe in 8th. The Aston Martin just starting to wear its tyres out. Rob on drums, and Chris Boot has left the session. Chris Boot deciding that's enough. Psycho, he didn't practice for this race, he says. And he's leading. Mama Sykes in the chat, she's saying she does enjoy SNL. Thank you very much, Mama Sykes. There are some great races happen. It does help that your boy does lead the race here, maybe, but there is a lot of action. Golden Boy nearly losing it in turn number 11 on the exit. There's some great fights happening throughout the field. Noxie there in 3rd. He will be stopping at the end of this lap though. He's not got enough fuel to finish. We'll stay with Noxie if we can. We'll go and join him as he stops. Say he stops. Is he stopping? I don't think he is. No, he's going another lap. So Tiger in 4th place and Tulu in 5th. And Tulu though has not got enough tyre left on him. Bunnies and Victory Rain, the super battle. There we go. There again, once more, Victory Rain having a power slide. Come on board with his Supra. The Supra ahead of us of Bunnies. A bit of buffeting going on. Bunnies having to defend the position. He knows the danger. Can we see Intulu do the stop? No. Let's see what Victory Rain can do. Bunnies defending that inside line. Victory Rain looking very quick though, considering he's on hard tyres, looking for the outside now. Going through, we didn't see the stop from Intulu. We might see the fuel tank being filled up. You'll see how quick they fill the cars here now for season number 5 of GTE. It's very much a sprint format this season. And we've seen some great battles. As I said before, these GT4 cars are looking fantastic in race trip. Some very tight battles. Aloe in 7th place. And Tulu coming out the pits now in 8th. Jim in 9th. 10th is Specnia. 11th is Rob on drums. There is Digital Blasphemy in 12th place. But Matt Psycho in 11th. Leads the field. Is nearly 3 seconds ahead of Cool Boy. He's 5 seconds ahead of Noxie. Tiger just running wide a little bit through turn 10. And Bunny's now pulling away from Victory Rain. Victory Rain has got his teammate catching him up, but he will be stopping. So the Aston Martin with Victory Rain will be stopping on the next lap. And Tulu on some soft tyres. So Tulu enjoying his time in the race. Noxie coming into the pits. You can hear the siren go. Cool Boy going into turn 1. It's only 3 seconds off Matt Psycho. Similar sort of pace as we hear Noxie coming down the pit lane. He drops behind Tiger now. So the Mustang looking like it could be quite a quick car. There he is. So we'll watch Noxie. He will get fueled up as well. So the tyres are changed. And then there goes the fuel onto the car. And there it is, it's full. And he's got half a tank of fuel. So you're not stopped for very long at all this season in GTE. And he comes out just behind Victory Rain. But he's on soft tyres. Victory Rain is on the hards. So Noxie and Victory Rain will be fighting, I'm sure, for position. Bunny's in 4th place. Bunny's a driver who has not had the best of seasons last season in GTE. It was a difficult time for him in the Ford GT, but now it looks like he might be having a resurgence. Up in 4th place. Cool Dubois only 3.5 seconds off Matt Psycho. Again in the Jaguar. So Matt Psycho's only used soft tyres. Cool Dubois only used mediums, and Matt Psycho's going to stop at the end of this lap. So Cool Dubois, I wonder if Cool Dubois has to stop again. So medium tyres looking pretty strong. He might have to stop again. I don't think he can get to the end of the race with the way the tyres wear out. He might have to do a very quick stop at the end. So everybody is really still searching to see, the shots being fired to see where they are in comparison to each other. Cars looking good. Here is Matt Psycho's teammate Noxie chasing down Victory Rain. Victory Rain defending the position, and Noxie having to hold station. Currently in 6th, having a strong race here in the test event, the Prologue. With GTE Season 5 here at the Sunday Night League. Like, share and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Victory Rain, 5th place. Under all sorts of pressure from the Mustang of Noxie. And Noxie going on the inside. Will he get up into 5th place, into turn number 1? Looks like he's got the position. But Victory Rain gets it back on the cutback. But though a little bit of a touch through turn 2. And Noxie holds the position then. 5th place for him. On the soft tyres, he will now chase down the other Supra of Bunny's, currently on medium tyres. Noxie's on the softs. He'll be looking to improve. Hards currently for Tiger. He's falling back a little bit now, but he's on hard tyres, so we'll expect that. Dubois in 2nd place. Matt Psycho will be pitting. Will he be pitting the end of this lap? I would expect so. Rob on drums is all over the back of Digital Blasphemy. 2 former Porsche Cup champions. Fighting for 11th place. There's Specmere, the Naughty Specmere. Oh, he's got ahead of Jim. I don't know how he managed that, but he has. Must have snuck up the inside at turn 2. So Jim in 10th. Specmere 9th. And Aloe in 8th. And Matt Psycho in the pits, so we'll see Matt Psycho do a stop as well. Victory Rain 6th, Noxie in 5th. There's Tiger. And here comes Matt Psycho. Then Cool Dubois retakes the lead in his Jaguar. So Matt Psycho just coming in, we would hope. Where is he? He's got lost on the way. There he is. So he'll be fueling up as well. We'll see him do a quick stop. Team SCT, Sick Children's Trust, on the back. And look how quick that was. Barely saw the fuel going. So Sick Children's Trust, if you can, please, as always, whenever I see that on the car, I direct you to their website. Please go and donate whatever you can. I know times are tough right now. Whatever you can. Help Sick Children's Trust. Help families in their times of need when children are in hospital. Here is the Jaguar then, leading the race. Dubois leads ahead of Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho back on the soft tyres. So Matt Psycho's just ran the soft tyres all race. So he's just looking for ultimate speed of this Mustang. Really seeing what can be done in it. Whilst Tiger, as I say, Tiger's in Pat's team. It's different teams, but the same car. And Tiger's finding out what it can do on the hards, running a different strategy. Noxie all over the back now of Bunnies. Let's go on board with Noxie. Bunnies ahead of him. Bunnies running in the Supra. He is in Chris Boo's team's Bunny. Noxie is in Matt Psycho's team. They're both running the Mustang. If that's the car they'll go for the championship in its entirety. Because the teams have to decide on Wednesday what car they are picking and then get their liveries sorted out as well. Not by Wednesday, but long after. So Bunny's having to defend the inside line against Noxie. Does very well of holding the position. Noxie having to back off and decide, right, I will have to have a go through turn 15. Keep myself nice and tight on the back of the Alfa Romeo Culhit Supra. In fact, he gives it a bit of a boost. That was unexpected. He got such a good drive. He gave a bit of a knock to Bunnies and helped Bunnies along the straight and put him out of contention. As we see behind, Victory Rain in 6th on the hards with Intulu in 7th. 204.8 for Intulu. So that Ferrari, as I said before earlier in this race, is not too shabby. With race pace, here we go. Noxie and Bunny having a great battle through the stadium section, and Noxie finally getting past. Very nicely done then from Noxie. Oh, and we've lost Matt Psycho, have we? I think that Matt Psycho's vanished. Tiger's in 2nd place, Matt Psycho's vanished. Well, what has happened there? Has Matt Psycho vanished out of the game? No. Has Matt Psycho tactically retired? I don't know. Cool Duboy then leads the race. Matt Psycho, I don't know what's happened there, but he's not in the race anymore. Tiger in 2nd place. Bunny's now in 3rd, so this battle, Bunny's is back up to 3rd, so he's got back ahead of Noxie. In all the confusion, there we go, Bunny's and Noxie then deciding, okay, this is for the podium. With Victory Rain in 5th place, Intulu in 6th. 7th is Specmere. 7th is Aloe, 8th is Specmere, 9th is Jim, Rob on drums, and then Digital Blasphemy on the soft tyres, and Matt Psycho's left the room. Well, that's odd. I don't know what's happened there with Matt Psycho, but he's disappeared. As we go. Noxie and Bunnies having the battle. Noxie now up into 3rd place. Can he hold the position on the inside of the infield? So Noxie in 3rd. Bunny's 4th. Victory Rain has got Intulu all over the back of him now. Intulu is on the softs. Ferrari coming into its own at the end of the race. So Tulu is in Gazman's team. That's the team of Wolfbane and Spectre. Tulu gets up the inside of Victory Rain. Will he hold the position then going through the S's, or will he concede it to the inside lined Victory Rain? Yes, he concedes the position. Thinks better of it. Let's go on board with the Ferrari chasing down the Toyota Supra on the inside. Cannot get itself ahead. Victory Rain up in 5th place, as Intulu still fighting though. Oh, Matt Psycho saying, guess who forgot to buy mediums tyres? So Matt Psycho forgot to buy mediums. He was going to use them. You could have used another set of softs, Matt Psycho. He forgot. And to let the cat out of the room, says Matt Psycho. Victory reigns. He's going up the inside of Intulu. And a good little battle for 5th place. The Ferrari getting back ahead. And that should be that. Intulu now up into 5th place in his Ferrari. So we've got a Ferrari 5th. We've got a Jaguar in 1st. 2 Mustangs. A Supra. A Ferrari. A Toyota. And the cat got let in the room. Someone let the cat in. So she was going all over him. She loves that Psycho and was all over his pedals. So that's why he disappeared and vanished. Suspect me has run those softs to the ground in his Lamborghini. The Lamborghini, we had 2 in the race. We've got 1 in 8th. It's eaten its tyres though. Rob on drums now in 9th place, with Jim in 10th, and Ditches with Blasphemy in the other Lamborghini. His tyres also looking like they're ready to go. But Cool Duboy leads the race 31 seconds ahead of Tiger. He will need to stop though, I think, for tyres. He's got 3 laps left, including the one he's on, and those tyres won't last 3 laps. But Tiger also in a situation with his hards. Noxie, sliding his car all over the chicane. Noxie looking very strong, as everyone around him might be running out of tyres. Intulu as well. That Ferrari, as I said, it's coming to its own at the end of this race. It's catching up everybody. Victory Rain in 6th place. It's difficult really to tell who's done what in terms of their tyre strategies. How on earth is Cool Duboy chatting whilst he's driving? Sabotage successfully said. Must have typed that on straight. There we go. Unless he's got voice to text. So Tiger now has got the attentions of Noxie. Noxie 2 seconds quicker. Identical. 2 seconds exactly quicker than Tiger. So he will be all over the back of him at the end of this lap. Bunnies is running out of tyres as well. And Tulu might be okay for tyres, possibly. Noxie definitely is fine for tyres. Noxie could win this race. Noxie could win the prologue. He may be 30 seconds down, but I don't know. Cool Duboy, he's got 2 more laps to go, and his tyres at the front do look worn out. He'll be hoping that they are fine to win the prologue, put the pressure on as well. His Mustang's looking quick though. There's Tiger holding up Noxie. Noxie has got the speed over his Mustang rival. As I say, these two are not in the same team, despite using the same car. I wonder, Pat's team, Cool Duboy and Tiger leading the race. I forgot to mention that. It's because they're in different cars. You don't realise who's in which team. Tiger and Pat backing up Cool Duboy very nicely. Here, Bunnies is in Chris Boo's team as he is joining the fight for second place. Tiger then defending against Noxie. Noxie is Matt Psycho's only runner now at the front, but Noxie gets himself up into second. He moves that Mustang up into second place. Puts himself second. Don't understand Matt Psycho's comment there. Next time, can we left at the top of the hill, please? Oh, yes. Nürburgring. Now I understand. It's because there's a delay in the chat of where he's commenting. There is Tiger in third place, then Bunnies. He's got on board with Bunnies. He's currently in fourth place, but third place is ahead of him, but his tyres are worn out. And there you can see the battle up ahead as well. Intulu's got that battle ahead of him. Intulu is closing up. He's one of the fastest drivers on the track. Victory Rain in 6th place. Has got Aloe in 7th and Speckmere there in 8th. Rob on drums 9th. 10th is Jim. In the pits comes Digital Blustery. His tyres are completely shot. Cool Duboy though, he's thinking, well, you know what? In the Porsche Cup, we ran on completely worn out tyres. I know I can hold it onto the track, so I'm just going to do that. It's as if the Porsche Cup showed drivers what they could do on worn-out tyres. Noxie there in second place. It's going to be a good result for him. Tiger's got Bunnies all over the back of him though, having to defend quite hard going into the chicane. Bunnies looking on the outside. No, says Tiger, you are not going to get past me, but... Oh no, Tiger touched the grass on the exit and is pointing the wrong way. He's put it in reverse and now he's got to get into first, and I think Victory Rain's going to get past him as well. Oh, Tiger's gone from 3rd to 6th on the penultimate lap. These tyres are all worn out though. Intulu up into 4th place now. He's got Bunnies ahead with no tyres left, but at the front, Cool Duboy in the Jaguar, the only Jaguar in the race. Now this is going to be a hard one for Pat to decide. Cool Duboy chatting because the indicators are on. Is it on automatic? I don't know. Noxie there in 2nd place. Is it catching up a lot? Well, the indicators are on. For Cool Duboy, I think he's flashing the lights as well. I think he's celebrating. No, he's then put the lights back on. Okay, I don't know what that was about. It's very strange. Hopefully it wasn't putting it on the auto drive through the tricky sections. So Cool Duboy coming out of the final corner, and well, Pat will be happy about this if this happens in the race. Cool Duboy winning the prologue, although he used 2 sets of mediums, so he couldn't do that in the race properly. He wins here. Noxie in 2nd place in his Mustang. So it's a good result for Noxie. A return to the Sunday Night League and a podium as well. Pat in the chat saying it might only be a test race, but still get in there. He's very happy to see his man win. Noxie in 2nd place, cheering himself. He's happy with that. 2nd place for Noxie. 3rd place is going to be in Bunnies. He has no tyres left. Gets himself up into 3rd. Intulu in 4th. And 5th is Victory Rain. So Bunnies up there as well. So, in fact, have the top 5 all come from 5 different teams? I think they have, because Tiger in 6th is Pat's driver. Aloe in 7th is Aston Martin. Lewis Silver saying in Tulu 4 it's God, congratulations. Rob on drums is going to finish in 8th place in his Mustang. So 8th place for Rob, 9th is Speckmere, 10th is Jim. And then we have Digital Blasphemy. Louis Silver saying, good. So Blasphemy, is he trying to get the fastest lap of the race, or is he just trying to see what he can do in the Lamborghini? This comes around the final corner. It is a test race, so these drivers will be okay with their results. No problems there. So he does say his fastest lap of the race as well. Matt Psycho did set the fastest lap, but oh wow, blimey. Okay, don't give his chance to look around at everybody. So it's a win for Cool Do Boy. Winner here of the prologue. Second was Noxie, and third place was Bunnies. Congratulations to them. Thank you everybody that's watched us for this prologue. Join us next week for race number 1 of season 5 of the Sunday Night League GTE class, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like and share and subscribe. We are here next week, as I said, for round 1 of season 5 of GTE, and we are at Trail Mountain. Thank you very much. Good night.